Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Kuhadash. All praises, honor, glory, love, respect, faith, and power, and trust, and all credit to my Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and my Heavenly Big Brother, Yahweh Shah. Thank you so much for what you've done, what you're doing, and what you're going to do. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops of GMS, Great Millstone, who I learned from, and all the men scattered all over the world, teaching this truth and none but the truth in the name, spirit, and the power of Yahweh Bashim Shah, trying to put a spiritual bug in you Hebrew Israelites' ears, you so-called blacks, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, and you speckled birds. And what is a speckled bird? That'd be a Hebrew Israelite that look like some of the heathen nations, like for example, Hebrew Israelite that look like a so-called white person, so-called Chinese person, etc., etc. Got some videos lined up on what's going on in America. You got niggas with shot gloves, you got, flock cameras, surveillance, all that robo shit to hunt down you jakes and surveil you jakes and all that other stuff. Anyway, I'm going to play these videos. I'm going to get into the scripture my best ability, say whatever God say through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah, the Holy Spirit, the Kurhak Dash. Lord want to be on me. Let's get it.
This is what I will do. To be on justice. I'm sit down comfortably.
We're not taking the handcuffs off. I already told you that you're detained. You're being detained for an investigation.
For what? An investigation.
You're spitting everywhere.
Well, that's because, like, what? How am I spitting?
You're not giving us a chance to talk.
You're not giving me.
Look like he got the gloves on.
A chance to talk.
You gonna sit
Check
down?
it. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I do not feel comfortable getting glove on. I feel comfortable with you guys handcuffing me. Guys, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Have a seat. Don't have a seat. For real. I'm cool. I'm not being forceful about now, but like, why are you asking me questions but forcing me in the car? Dog, for real. I'm not lying to you.
If you're not gonna listen to us, then we're gonna make you.
But like
Yo, this was back in 2024. So they had this shit. Yeah, they had these damn gloves for probably before that.
Like what?
Before that year.
Wait, what did you say?
If you're not gonna listen to us, then we're gonna make you.
You're gonna make me. Do you got your cam on?
Yes.
Do you know what you're telling me?
Yes, I do know what I'm telling you.
Yeah, I didn't say you can't get in my pocket.
Do I have to repeat myself?
That. No, do I need to repeat myself?
Oh my goodness, Jake. Agree with our adversary quickly, but he ain't doing that. And now that's why his ass already in handcuffs. He had a warrant for him. Anyway.
Like, I'm not incoherent.
I'm not the car.
Listen, bro. You're making me scared to get in the car. That's what you're doing. Like, you're making me, like, listen, bro. You're making me scared to get in the car because, like, look at, bro. You're like, listen, you're not being. Straight up. You're not, like, listen. Okay, then, like I said, okay, look at me, bro. Look at me. I let you put the handcuffs on. I let you do everything to me. But right now, while you're putting me in the car, you're asking me for permissions to check my pocket while I already gave you permission to detain me. Like, look, bro, I'm not playing that. I'm not violent. I'm not anything.
We're asking you to sit in the car.
No, I'm not. I don't want to sit in the car and I don't want to get violent. But I do not. This is what I will do. I would like you guys. Don't. Like, for real. I'm cool.
Have a seat.
So anyway, I guess it shocked him. Anyway, I didn't really see much. Zap delivered. I guess he sat his ass down after that zap. Let me see what this is about.
They may look like ordinary gloves, but they're not. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Kira Phillips. Hidden inside them is a small electrical circuit, and as soon as they make contact, they'll shock you. And now there's a proposal to arm ICE agents with them. We're taking a deep dive into electrical shock gloves and how the technology works. The Department of Homeland Security says it's...
You know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna play this dude video.
And what would you do?
God damn it,
with $20 million. I can think of some things. I would help some people. I know that. You have plenty left over. Help some people. Here's what you don't do. You don't spend $20 million on equipment that agents can use to electrically shock people. ICE to spend that amount to equip their agents with these electric shock gloves. It sounds like sci-fi, but it's real. Here are more details from CNN.
When I scream like a little girl and pee myself, go back with the glove.
These shock gloves may soon be used by immigration and customs enforcement agents. ICE is planning to spend between 10 and 20.
Let me go back. I had covered up the screen.
To equip their agents with these electric shock gloves. It sounds like sci-fi, but it's real. Here are more details from CNN.
When I scream like a little girl and pee myself, go back with the glove.
These shock gloves may soon be used by immigration and customs enforcement.
That could be, I don't know. This nigga he probably like, pretending like that shit really hurts. I don't know.
Agents. ICE is planning to spend between $10 and $20 million to purchase the devices known as CTG5G-LOVE, which stands for Generated Low Output Voltage Emitter, according to a notice published by the Department of Homeland Security.
Look like you can buy them.
In example videos posted by the device manufacturer, Compliant Technologies, most individuals are seen falling to their knees after being touched with the gloves. The company markets the glove
I guess it does work.
as a wearable de-escalation device that can be shifted into electrical mode, delivering a maximum voltage of up to 380 volts that, quote, distracts the subject from performing coordinated muscle movement. The manual states that no more than 2 gloves should be applied to a subject at one time.
But that Jake in that fur video, he didn't go, oh! He just sat down. He was, he just sat down. He didn't make no noise. He was like, what? Anyway.
And should not be used for more than 15 seconds in many instances.
Well, somebody gonna abuse that shit, abuse their power, and shock the shit out of somebody with them damn things. They gonna put that shit on somebody's face. They gonna grab their face. They gonna grab something. And I'm gonna start right there. But they gonna grab their face and their neck, shock the shit out of them.
The company also warns the gloves should not be used as punishment or on high.
Oh, you know damn well. Come on, bruh. They gonna be using these bitches, abusing the hell. These motherfuckers might use it on their lovers. The bitch like to get shocked. Yeah, they might use that shit in the bedroom.
High-risk individuals, including those who are pregnant, elderly.
Well, they gonna be using that shit on anybody, even children. Yeah, elderly, pregnant women, and children, babies.
Severely disabled, or children. The notice comes as ICE faces scrutiny over what critics say are aggressive and
man, if these motherfuckers are already shooting the shit out of people, they don't even, the people that they shooting that ain't posing no threat, then you already know they about to have some fun with them damn gloves.
Dangerous tactics amid pressure from the Trump administration to make around 2,000 arrests daily. The device.
What do? They made some damn nuns and some Catholic priests and shit.
This would be delivered by March 2027, according to DHS.
Okay, so I'm going to get the rest of it, but I can just tell you right off the bat, I've been a journalist my entire career, an investigative reporter. These gloves will be used on children. They will be used on seniors. They will be used on those who are not fully able-bodied. They will be used to torture people. They will be used as punishment. So let's get real with whoever came up with this sicko. ICE officers might soon be outfitted with the gloves that deliver painful electric shocks intended to gain compliance.
And like I said, somebody might use these bitches in the bedroom. Yeah.
Just comply from combative individuals. Then who gets to decide who's combative? You see where we're going with this. Compliant Technology says the devices function as a normal pair of patrol gloves until officers press a switch to activate their electrical mode. The gloves must be applied directly to someone's skin to deliver a pain stimulant.
I'm gonna start right there. Let's move on to the next video. Enough about electric gloves. See what this is about.
This is a hell of a story. A man gets arrested for buying marijuana in a state where it's legal to buy marijuana and then traveling back home across state lines. The cop that did this used flock cameras to arrest a man buying some damn marijuana in a state where it's legal. Here's the story.
Wisconsin police used flock to track a man across state lines into Michigan, where weed is legal, and back into Wisconsin, where weed is not. And they used the fact that he went to Michigan as the pretext to search his car for a weed arrest. So this is pulled from court records that I obtained. It basically follows this man from Green Bay down here. The first flock hit happened right here. And that was at 2 p.m. on April 26, 2025. They then tracked him up Route 41, which is this.
So, if it could be anything, they can arrest you from out of. I don't applicate. How you say it? Damn, what's the word? I'm trying to say. You going to buy drugs or whatever the fuck, marijuana. I don't approve of that. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. That's the word I'm trying to look for. Approve. I don't approve of anybody buying any kind of substance, like that. But but what they use the flock for is what anyway. Let me let the video play.
Right here. They tracked him going north, and they got flock hits all along the way. So there's one Brown Road and US 41. Then they tracked him up to Marinette. And so this right here is the state line between Wisconsin and Michigan. This is the state line right here. And they tracked his car going into Michigan, and then a few hours later caught him coming back into Wisconsin. They used this as the pretext to pull him over and search his car. He was ultimately pulled over right around here.
What are we doing? Put it up full mass. According to 404 Media, police in Wisconsin, they decided to use flock cameras to determine that a man who, quote, travels to Michigan frequently, where marijuana is legal. Then he travels back to Wisconsin, where it is illegal. They then used his travel across state lines as tracked by these flock cameras as part.
So they let the police of the whatever in the Wisconsin police know that he has possession of marijuana. Yeah.
The probable cause justification to search his car for marijuana. He was eventually arrested for simple possession of marijuana. The searches came to light in a Wisconsin criminal complaint against Edward Abrams Phillips, who was wanted for bail jumping on domestic violence charges. But the criminal complaint makes clear that beyond the bail jumping and domestic violence charges, police specifically studied Abrams Phillips' interstate travel to create the pretext of searching his car for marijuana. The bail jumping charge was actually dismissed. Abrams Phillips Abrams Phillips found guilty due to possession of the criteria of possession of marijuana. That's it. That's according to the court records, nothing else. Now, here's why this is dangerous. Obviously, if this stands, you have precedent. Okay? That means that your local police department is able to
notify another police department from another fucking state. They about to get serious up in here.
Investigate you outside of their known jurisdiction.
Yeah.
Not only outside of their known jurisdiction, but also across state lines, which typically would require the federal government to get involved once a crime.
So what? They arrested it. I don't know. Anyway, this is whatever.
Reaches a state.
So I'm trying to figure out. Okay, so Michigan police? They wasn't. I don't know. I think it was Wisconsin. I don't know what police department was really eyeing him the most. Probably was Wisconsin. I don't know. It's hard for me to hear sometimes.
It's a state dynamic. However, they're utilizing an investigative tool in order to test the system, and marijuana is the case. The complaint explains that Abrams Phillips was tracked via Flock's network over the course of the day to determine that he drove from Wisconsin to Michigan, a known source state for marijuana, as it is once again legal there. The complaint states, adding that previous Flock hits indicated that he travels to Michigan frequently. Please note that using Flock, they were able to track Abrams Phillips driving from Wisconsin to Michigan, then back to Wisconsin over the course of several hours, where he was pulled over and arrested. The Flock searches and arrest happened in April 2025. Just a reminder, There's nothing criminal about going to a state frequently and coming back home. It is not illegal. It is not probable.
Yeah, but anyway, like I said, I don't advocate buying certain drugs and all that stuff. But what is this leading to? A whole bunch of shit when it comes to these flock cameras. Anyway, let's get to this video. I'm just curious about what this is about.
Turning now to the latest twist in the controversy over the surveillance company Flock. So nationwide, it has more than 120,000 cameras used by more than 6,000 law enforcement agencies. But there have been claims these license plate readers have been misused by some officers, including for stalking. Flock CEO Garrett Langley just announced new safety measures. He sat down with Anna Schechter
safety measures
for his first network TV interview about the changes.
Your license plate is registered as stolen license plates in our system.
Are you serious?
Dozens of drivers nationwide say they're being unfairly pulled over, some even at gunpoint.
Keep your hands above your head.
Due to alleged misuse of Flock Safety's license plate readers. And it's not just mistakes causing concern. This week, 3 Georgia police officers were added to a growing list of cops accused of misusing the camera technology to allegedly stalk citizens, including ex-wives and girlfriends.
I don't think that Flock created police abuse.
I mean, can you put yourself in those women's shoes?
No, it's horrible, and I apologize.
Did you take enough responsibility soon enough?
I think hindsight is a brutal tool. Of course, we could have done more earlier. And
this fucking devil. He's like, long as I'm getting these contracts, I'm getting some money, I don't give a flying fuck.
Listen, and we learn, and we'll continue to move forward.
Pretending like he's concerned.
In response, CEO Garrett Langley says he is rolling out new safety measures, including cutting data storage time from 30 days to 7. And in January, Flock will require all of its roughly 6,000 law enforcement agency clients to opt in to what's called audit assistance, which flags any potential police misuse.
Why didn't you make a requirement?
Shouldn't have did that in the first place, but
As soon as you created the technology.
We've evolved there.
You knowing damn well these motherfuckers the potential of this shit happening was going to happen. Anyway.
We've always said we want local control. I think it's up to our elected officials to decide how long is this data retained.
But who is actually looking at this data and why? We put it to the test.
We entered the license plate of this CBS News vehicle into the website, Have I Been Flocked? It turns out we had. This plate was searched 4 times in a 2-week window by the Jackson County Sheriff's Department. We asked why, they didn't respond. We have no idea why. That car has been used for reporting trips for a small team of reporters. It's unsettling.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see their response.
Since January, 50 cities have canceled contracts or stopped using Flock's cameras over privacy concerns.
Did you underestimate the level of abuse that you might learn about 9 years down the road when you founded this company?
I think I'm like many people that grew up in a safe neighborhood and assumed that our law enforcement friends were perfect.
Some people might say that sounds pretty naive.
Maybe I'm an optimist. It's why I started this company, is because I also believe that we can build a safer country. And that's probably naive as well.
And Anna Schechter joins us.
Yeah, but the strange thing, they got these fuckers facing towards playgrounds, and they supposed to be facing like on the road streets. They just putting these bitches anywhere and everywhere.
Now, so Anna, obviously these cameras have been helpful in.
Anyway, I want to hear these bitches. Let's get to the next one. Let's see what this is about. Oh, this is in Canada, and I thought, I thought it was just all in America. Yeah, I forgot. This is Canada. So, you know, there's a bunch of news going on in the United States and Baby Babylon, or Big Babylon, which is here in America, and Baby Babylon, which is Canada.
Find out when insiders buy and sell, and when elected officials back massive positions, track in.
This is Dan Dix here reporting for Press for Truth, and for those of you who have been paying close attention to the political climate here in Canada, you've probably noticed that it's vastly and rapidly changing at an incredible rate. We seem to be getting bombarded right now with a number of bills that are attacking our free speech and amount to nothing less than censorship, whether that be with Bill C-8, the Cybersecurity Bill, Bill C-9, the so-called Combating Hate Act, or Bill C-22, the Lawful Access Act. We seem to be getting hit with these almost every other week. It's almost becoming hard to keep up with them all. But thankfully, we do have an expert here to break this all down for us. So joining us on the line right now is John Carpe. He is the founder and president of the Justice Center for Constitutional Freedoms. John, thank you so much for joining us here today. I'd love to get your thoughts on how Canadians can mitigate Big Brother in their lives moving forward as we see more and more censorship coming down the pike. But before we get into that, maybe you can just kind of break down some of these bills for us and talk about some of the current cases going on as well that are having to deal with some of this stuff. So what would you say are some of the more troubling aspects that you've seen in some of these bills we've mentioned, like C8 and C9 that have already reached royal assent, and C22 that's on its way to the Senate?
Yeah, I'm glad to be with you and your viewers and listeners. I appreciate the invitation, even though the subject matter is grim and depressing, but we have to take a hard look at reality first and understand it before we get into a situation of being able to do anything about it. So we've got about a half dozen bills over the last 3 years. There are more and more of them coming more recently, but what the direction Canada is heading in right now is the creation of a surveillance state where the government will know everything about you and have all that information in one place. And it started 3 years ago with the Bill C-11, the Online Streaming Act, which gave the Canadian Radio, Television and Telecommunications Commission, the CRTC, acquired new authority over online streaming. Previously, it was just radio and television. So that was a big step in the wrong direction. We got the Online News Act, which was then C-18, which made it impossible for Canadians to share news stories on Facebook and Instagram. We got Bill C-8, the Cybersecurity Act, which you referenced, which gives individual federal cabinet ministers the power to kick Canadians off the internet by ordering providers to no longer provide services to you. They can also include in their order that the order must be kept secret, so you can't talk to anybody about it. And the government refused amendments to the bill that would have clarified that it will never be used against somebody based on what they said or what opinion they expressed. And they refused to make that amendment. They said, well, don't worry, it'll never be abused, as if our bank accounts had not been frozen, and it'll never be abused. It's only going to be about cybersecurity. Well, we don't have assurance that it's not going to be a censorship tool to kick a provocative or outspoken Canadian off the internet. We got Bill C-9, the Combating Hate Act, which opens the door to the potential for Catholic priests, evangelical pastors, Orthodox Jewish rabbis getting criminally prosecuted for teaching what their sacred scriptures say about homosexuality and transgenderism and human sexuality and marriage, so on and so forth. You mentioned the Lawful Access Act, Bill C-22, which requires that telecom companies keep your private personal data on file for 6 months. So this is every text you sent, every email you sent, every phone call that you made or accepted. The law does not allow them to read the texts or to listen into the call.
It's funny how people talk about leaving America because of stuff like this. And they go to Canada. Oh, they made a mistake because Canada pushing the same shit America is and going anywhere else. It's going to be all over the world, especially that chip implant. Because that's what it's all that's what it's all coming down to. And building up this New World Order shit, the beast system, and then you're going to have the chip implant to be part of this system. But you ain't got to. If you're an Israelite and you're an Israelite, first off, and then you got to seek the Lord and repent. I mean, you got to pray like heaven the Lord see you worthy. It's going to get crazy. Sorry, man. I'm having a hard time trying to talk. It's so goddamn hot in the house.
Records there that will indicate who you texted and how many times and when, and they can easily figure out your geographical location. So it's a massive information grab by the state by forcing private companies to do this. There's a communications company you've probably heard of called Signal. They have publicly announced that they are leaving Canada if Bill C-22, now before the Senate, is passed into law. They say we can no longer guarantee the privacy of our own customers and protect the confidentiality of their communications. So if Bill C-22 is passed, they're going to leave Canada and Canadians will no longer be able to use Signal. That's a very strong indication of, you don't typically hear about, companies mostly are apolitical, and if a company says they're going to have to leave Canada because their privacy guarantees will be in violation of the Lawful Access Act. So last but not least, and I know it's a lot here, but now we've got the Safe Social Media Act. Bill C-34 was introduced into first reading in the House of Commons, and maybe I'll pause for a minute if you've got it.
I ain't gonna play no more of this, but pretty much it's coming to the famine of the word. Amos chapter 8 verse 11. Behold, the day is come, said the Lord Yahweh God, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord Yahweh, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north. No, what I'm saying, and from the north. No, I'm tripping. North thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord Yahweh, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the I was right, and from the north even to the east. I'm tripping, bro. That's what I'm saying. It's hot up in here. This shit fucking with my brain, bro. My brain been fried all day, bro. I've been pushing with the push mower for hours and feeling that heat. Man. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord Yahweh, and shall not find it. In that day shall the fair virgin and young men faint for thirst. So you better get it while the getting is good. Because soon, all you're going to be left is some bullshit doctrines from IUIC and whatever else. But not the truth. Shit. And especially if they still got the internet running, you might still have some Israelites preaching, but they're going to be preaching and teaching bullshit. But you're not gonna be hearing the prophets of Yahweh Shema Shah starting with GMS, Great Mill Song. Let's get to the next one. And this is just in Canada. But it's gonna be happening in America and all over the world. Let's see what this one is about.
And don't wait until your pet gets to that point. Don't wait until they're limping and
mine's already there.
People just connected the dots. Turns out BlackRock is now putting cameras in streetlights. Sounds like science fiction, but only because you haven't seen this.
I'm also excited to announce that we are working with another industry leader, Ubiquia, to turn streetlights into smart ALPR and live streaming cameras. Without having to add a single pole in the ground, this partnership accelerates deployments and turns existing infrastructure into intelligent, interconnected tools for public safety.
That's the CEO of Axon, and it's now one of the hottest companies in the surveillance market.
Introducing Axon Outpost. This is not just another ALPR camera, it's 2 cameras in one. So just like Fleet, you have one camera optimized for license plate reading and the other for live video streaming with a wider field of view. Outpost runs edge-based vehicle signature.
So Flock is getting played out. Now they got this one that's going to be much better. Yeah.
AI, meaning it doesn't just capture plates, it recognizes vehicle make, model, color, visible damage, and even unique features like bumper stickers or roof racks. And it can be deployed anywhere with a flexible...
But no matter what, how they coming out with these new cameras, but they're going to be like coming out cell phones. They come out with a new, a new camera that motherfuckers want to get. There's going to be so many companies coming out with new cameras, surveillance cameras. And but it doesn't matter which one's the best. They all going to be set up watching your ass. Wherever you go, wherever you at.
Power source, including solar or wired power.
Counties are terminating their Flock contracts and spending
And I believe they all on the same fucking team. The guy from the Flock CEO, he was just being interviewed with a big old grin on his face. He was like, yeah, I don't mind. It's a big deal. I mean, it's not a big deal. You know, it's like, nigga, I ain't finding a big deal. He losing contract or losing money. Because these niggas are just puppets anyway. Hell. These niggas are puppies anyway, and even if they replace, it's still gonna be the same shit. Now you fuck the Flock. Now you got, what's this name of this company? Axon. Now you got Axon.
Of millions of dollars to install Axon systems. And here's what they really don't want you to know about. 25% of Axon is owned by BlackRock.
Hey, that's crazy. Talking about the last video, I was like, at least Satan should get an evangelist for we're not ignorant of his devices. Because that shit they talking about with them states they were banning Flock because they're invading privacy. Like, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. They got something else to do. Shit, and it's this one. They replace Flock.
Vanguard and State Street. You know, the same people who have openly said things like this.
We're going to have to change, and this is one thing we're asking companies. You have to force behaviors, and at BlackRock we are forcing behaviors. You know, what we are doing internally is if you don't achieve these levels of impact, your compensation could be impacted, okay?
We're doing the same thing.
And so it's just, you have to force behaviors. And if you don't force behaviors, whether it's gender or race or just any way you want to say the composition of your team, you're going to be impacted, and that's just not recruiting, it is development, as Ken said.
And to make matters worse, Axon CEO Rick Smith also sees himself as a hero.
At Axon, we stand at this unique intersection. We operate the largest connected camera network of public safety cameras and sensors in the world.
And that's what they get you with safety cameras. Who gonna be safe with these damn things around? Cause they gonna be using this shit for evil, not for good. They gonna keep these cameras gonna keep niggas like him safe, and the elite like the baby dick sucking nigga that was talking earlier. What that nigga name? Larry Flink. Yeah, that nigga gonna keep him safe. But all you people, all you goyim, you cattle, no, y'all ain't gonna be safe. Y'all gonna be destroyed.
Our mission extends beyond just transparency and accountability after events. We now have the potential to proactively safeguard society, promptly dispatching assistance and actively deterring violence. Our goal isn't to build a society defined by surveillance or incarceration, but frankly one where violence and crime rarely occur because they just don't make sense anymore.
I'm sure the $164 million he made in a single year has nothing to do with this motivation.
Yeah, software and services up almost 40% year over year. So it's really going great. We're in this amazing position to take advantage of the AI era because we have over 1 million users out there that are using our body cameras, in-car cameras. We have eyes and ears out in the field, and we can listen.
And gotta check this out. Flock got a bad reputation. These niggas gonna end up having a bad reputation. There's gonna be somebody else that's gonna replace his ass. But it's the same shit.
And see what's happening and then apply AI to it. It's the business is really on fire.
Here's the scary truth, folks. While people were busy taking down flock cameras,
they're setting up this new shit.
They were already rolling out the replacement, and these new cameras are designed
these probably designed to take a beating.
to be more stealthy, harder to detect.
Oh yeah, they're on the street lights.
You're likely not even going to know you're being recorded. So the next time you see news about flock going down, just keep in mind it might be a distraction.
Axel, Winona police suspect that the cameras were stolen between...
I thought there was cameras that are going to be more durable to take a beating, but they just won't be detected as a camera. It'd be hard to detect as a camera. It won't be too obvious.
Last Wednesday and Saturday after they noticed that no activity was coming through on the cameras. Now officers checked each location and found the poles where the cameras had been placed had been cut through. The poles were located nearby, but every camera is still missing.
Costco toilet paper causes cancer. That's what this man...
Yep. And Costco toilet paper. What about all toilet paper? And wet wipes.
And claims after holding it under a UV light and seeing something terrifying.
Toilet paper? Why does it have... Look at that, it's glowing.
Shit.
I don't know if you can see that, I don't think the camera's picking it up. But like, literally, there's these blue... Like, looks radioactive from the top.
Bruh. We gotta get out of here, bro.
Because I heard like the women's tampons had like chemicals in them, and then there was a big lawsuit. So
there ain't no way of running from all this shit. Now this video is have turned to another direction. from flock cameras to the Axon cameras to now cancer on your toilet paper. I mean, chemicals on your toilet paper that give you cancer near your booty hole. Shit.
I was playing with my UV light and look at it. There's like
your butt crack.
It's blue. Like, why would it light up blue? Like, here's the thing, right?
Lace that shit with something.
This is a regular UV light, and then.
But then again, you never know. This person right here that's doing this, he probably put something on it. But then again, I don't know. No, because I don't know.
Like that's crazy.
Hey, come on, bro. But let me stop, because I know damn well they done something. They've been doing a lot of fucked up shit for so many years. So yes, they did something to these toilet papers.
Here's my hand. So here I tore off the strand, and I'm gonna get it wet.
And it's still on there.
Whoa! Look at that. That looks crazy. That's like in there.
And shit. And they use this for what's it called? It fertilizer. Yeah, you find this same shit in the fertilizer. There's that sludge. What they talking about? Some using human waste as fertilizer, and that shit's mixed in. All the toilet paper, wet wipes, all that shit is mixed in inside the fertilizer, and it fucks up the soil, fucks up the animals, it fucks anything that's alive, fucks it up. it never could grow grass or whatever. Anyway, but this is turning into another video, so yeah, this guy, he's about to get into some other stuff. It look like the fuck. Yeah, he getting into some other stuff besides flock cameras and shit. Alright, let's move on to the next video.
Hey everyone, this is good.
I was expecting this. Now, oh shit, they talking about the tampons and toilet paper. Yeah, I'm like, how come they ain't mention this? Anyway, I guess the first part of the video is, this is what the title gonna be about. Let's get to this one. Dana, let's see what she got to say.
Hey everyone, it's Dina Calmetta here, and welcome back. Before we jump into the show, I just wanted to send out a huge thank you for your picks here. Administrative tasks completed. Now, artificial intelligence is no longer confined to a computer screen. AI agents are now capable of taking actions on their own. And during recent cybersecurity testing, some even broke outside their controlled environments and accessed.
Okay, I wasn't expecting this video to talk about this. Alright, let me move this shit somewhere else. I forgot. I think I've been doing this video for something to do with AI. I don't know. Let me see what this video is about. Because I want to try to make a video about people using this technology to oppress people and, you know, mainly coming after you Israelites.
To answer 911 calls instead of a human. Now this is
alright. I'm gonna stop right there. I don't know if I'm gonna keep on going. Let me see what other videos I got. I've been holding on to those videos for a while. My computer's starting to act fucking sluggish. I guess I'm gonna have to make a video about AI. I got too many videos. AI and robotics. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make a video about that. So I got some other videos mixed into there, and I don't want to really play them. How much time I got? 37 minutes? Okay, I'm cool. Anyway, let me get one more scripture and I'm gonna close it out. I didn't let my brain rest. Hopefully, Lord willing, I can do another video. Micah chapter 2 verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. They plan this stuff out. And the Lord, our Lord Yahweh Shema shall allow this to happen because it's part of the movement, part of the Lord's movement. But He's allowing these devils to get what they want and get in their way, building up their new world order. And shit, it's going to ultimately lead to that chip implant. Yep, but all this shit that's going on is all about oppression and control. And they cover fields and take them by violence in the houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. So it's going to get wild here. And pretty much everywhere around the world. But yeah. Let me see. There's another video. Nope. I don't have any other videos. I don't want to play these. I want to just play, like I said, I just want to play videos that was like something to do with like technology being used to you know, surveil and track and tase your ass. But this right here, what is this? New Orleans. I'm just playing the video. Deploys carbon AI 911 call service. Yeah, I'm not gonna get into that. That'd be for a separate video. Something to do with AI and robotics. And I already got them lined up right here. But anyway, I'm gonna dip out, and Lord will, I'll do another video. But seek the Lord by seeking His prophets and take heed what it's saying. Try to build a spiritual mental relationship with Yahweh Shema Shah by praying Yahweh Shema Shah, praising Yahweh Shema Shah, worshiping Yahweh Shema Shah, fearing Yahweh Shema Shah, and repenting Yahweh Shema Shah. To all the men out there preaching this truth and none but the truth in the name, spirit, and the power of Yahweh Shema Shah. Keep on preaching, keep on teaching, keep your faith and trust strong. Yahweh Shema Shah, stay humble. And for the men that's not teaching and preaching, but still just keeping your faith and trust strong in the Lord, because we know we ain't all preachers and teachers and prophets, but hey, for you dudes that's not doing that, just keep your faith and trust strong in Yahweh Shema Shah. And for you few sisters, Scott, for you few sisters, keep your faith and trust strong. Yahweh Shema Shah. Stay humble, stay in order with your man. If you ain't got no man, stay in order. Yahweh Shema Shah. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect and all praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Shalom.